Hi everybody, I am Carla Ortiz. I am here in the city of Aleppo. This is Sohur neighborhood. We are in the headquarters of the White Helmets. For the ones that know, the White Helmets were nominated for the Nobel Prize, for the Peace Nobel Prize. And they were pushed very much by the governments, the United States, France also, the UK, all the Western coalition with Saudi Arabia, with Qatar, etc. And they call themselves Civil Defense for Syria. And this is how we know them in our media. Most of the chemical attacks that we've heard in the last 3 years, all the explosions in hospitals that we've also heard about, has been reported from the White Helmets headquarters and by the White Helmets. And I want to introduce to you who are these White Helmets that also were nominated for the Oscars as a short film, and they won the Oscars. So let me show you these heroes. You see pieces of the Quran that says that Allah is good, fight, die for Islam, etc. And over there you see the flag of the revolution, the flag of the rebels, the flag that in general has been used by different groups of opposition as well as terrorist groups. We see here the main logo of the White Helmets. In a way, a lot of people say that they work all together, but since we don't know, I'm going to show you. So let me show you where the White Helmets have operated. These are the notice that used to give to the town. You remember that the United Nations was always appealing for a no-fly zone, because every time there was a ceasefire, it was an opportunity to actually produce terrorist attacks. Over here, we see the teaching of how the White Helmets have to help the baby. This is old, it's not just put now. And right above, as you can see, is the logo of ISIS. ISIS logo, also old, put together the seal that has been there from before. We see that White Helmets somehow had relation with ISIS and Aris Islam, the other terrorist group. So you tell me if you think they were working together or not. And then over here, kill for Father Muhammad. We're close to that. We can see ways of teaching school, who they are assisted with or by whom. We can see the pictures of them working on people. Here we see boxes of aid for gas masks, for chemical attacks, and the actual gas for the masks. If you see, this is made in Australia and it's delivered by Germany. Somehow also the teaching and printing of what they used to teach for the school to the children. While the Battle of Aleppo was happening, they basically burned almost everything. We're going down. Everything is burned. Over here we see the flag of Al-Nusra. Al-Nusra, for the ones that don't know, it's the terrorist group that took this name for Al-Qaeda. We keep on seeing, and here is another flag. We see here another flag of Al-Nusra. And here we have a jacket of the White Helmets. Unfortunately, these people burn most of the evidence. They have given me permission to come. Some other journalists have been here before. So as you can see, this is the work that the white helmets have been doing. We found also medicine to numb people. A lot of the neighbors over here have said that they were not taking care of civilians, but only militants that carry weapons and fighters. Take your own conclusions. Al-Qaeda headquarters here, and just like not even 2 meters away, it is the White Helmets headquarters. So if you follow me, please. It's a pity to see that we have been feeding up all these films that have come to the West, that have shown death, that have shown us the supposed heroes that have been only fueling the war. This school over here, Al-Bidal al-Ghaffari here in Sohur neighborhood, Sohur, that it says ISIS, Islamic State, for Iraq, for Al-Sham, Palestine, Syria, Jordan, Lebanon. I'm gonna show you now. Please, if you can follow me. The opposition of the government, their flag is black, green, and white. So you will see this black, green, and white in many places. You see everything is walking distance from one place to the other. These are the moderate rebels we in the West have been sponsoring, we have been aiding. You saw that's the school, and right behind you saw the White Helmets headquarters. I am continuing with you just to show you the incredible proximity that all this stands for. Here is the school that we came. Remember the school that was the headquarters for Al-Nusra, the group of Al-Qaeda in Syria, was also teaching children and brainwashing them in order to get the type of education that they've expected them to have. It's unfortunate that here, where they used to have a secular education before, today is this dangerous to go? Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to make this live without cuts so you can see it. Here is the entrance of the school. Okay. I want to show you here the teaching of Islam.
Allah, my God, Muhammad prophet, my prophet, Islam, my religion, Quran is my constitution.
This is the dress code of a woman, where it says you cannot use anything transparent, you have to be fully covered, that you should not show off, you cannot wear perfume, things cannot be tied to your body, they need to be very loose.
Not similar to the name.
And it cannot be any similar to the men clothes, meaning like no pants. I would get beheaded right away. So now I'm going to show you in front of the school what is that we have. This is the parking lot. Here is the ambulance. If you turn to this side, this is another ambulance. This is a British ambulance. UK has been sponsoring the White Helmets, #1 with 65 million pounds. And the United States, I believe, if I'm not making a mistake, between 25 or 45 million dollars. And the representatives, the State Department had reported this in their briefing to the press. So you see, the British were helping and supporting the White Helmets, and they were also in a way, putting them as heroes. We, that we do not have the access to these, believe these lies. They're no heroes. They work with 3 of the terrorist groups we already saw. ISIS, Al-Qaeda, Jamaat Islam. This is very sad. We're gonna go now, walking distance. This is how East Aleppo was living. Only in Sokur neighborhood. You had the headquarters of all of the terrorist groups. And you had also the headquarters of the White Helmets. We're seeing why there were confrontations. This is the entrance. You see that is a red crescent. It's like the Red Cross, which is supposed to be a hospital to help people and help civilians. So this was the original Red Crescent. You can see how the actual confrontation on the shelling on the Battle of Aleppo happened. You can see also here on the side. I forgot to show you boots that are actually coming from the United States, that are the same boots that our army in the United States use. We're gonna do a little briefing. I show you the headquarters of the White Helmets. I show you the headquarters of Al-Nusra. I showed you thank you. I showed you I'm sorry, it just breaks my heart because I've seen the death and I've seen so many people every time the United States attacks on Syria. Every time that France or the UK is sending more weapons. Can you read what it says here? Syrian American Medical Society. 1998. This was founded in 1998. This is over here. You can see here what it says. This is a group, this is the American Syrian coalition, something like this. If I make a mistake, correct me. That we're working together, haram, 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 for the Americans having to help us, something like this. Yes, and over here it says that the coalition with Qatar, with Saudi, with the United States and everybody else helping for a sort of like a revolution in Syria. You see here, please watch this. Come close. This over here is the flag of Al-Nusra. So we have here, the United States is helping us. This is the association, and here are the flags of Al-Nusra. Over here again, this is another terrorist group. This terrorist group also belongs to Al-Nusra. So we, the American people, we in the West have been aiming and have been supporting terrorists. We have directly, with a plan, been supporting terrorism and the killing of hundreds of thousands of Syrians. We have done this in Iraq, 1 million people. We have done it in Libya. We have done it in Afghanistan. We are killing our neighbors. We're killing our brothers. We can't keep on paying our taxes to support these people. We can't keep on giving our money and not send our children to school and not have free education, not have free health care. Syria has free health care. Syria has free education. Maybe this government is not perfect, and I'm sure it's not perfect, and I'm sure made 100 mistakes. And I'm sure many people are not happy with it. And I'm also sure there were people among the revolution that in their head and in their heart knew and wanted truly a better Syria. But this opened the doors for this, for our great empires to come and take over. What? Please, you take your conclusions. I'm doing this not for political reasons. I'm doing this for humanitarian reasons. Thank you very much to the people of Syria. Thank you very much for the people of Latin America. the American people and the European people that believe this and want the end of war. Peace for Syria, salam for Syria, salam for Syrians, for the people of Syria, and finally, end of this war. I send you my love. Thank you so much for following us. I'm sorry I didn't do this in Spanish, but I will try to put subtitles and send it to you. Thank you. Shukran.